Next comedian, she is a handful. She is hysterically funny. She's performed at a lot of other comedy venues with me. Please give it up for Alaine.
Well, actually, I was just about to say, if she's horrified, if you're horrified by the fact that, 26-year-old frat boys love bronies, wait until you look up, like, brony, like, My Little Pony hentai, and then you can see,
I've already done that.
all kinds, I've been done that, right? It's horrifying, but it's also kind of fun. The worst part is actually my friend, does work with horses, not in a sexual way. She does. It's actually like really sad because it's really good. She actually helps people who are autistic or have some mental problems with. They do like kind of recreational equine kind of riding, whatever. But she tells me that actually a horse vagina, because she has to clean them, because they'll get infections if they don't, are actually very similar to human vaginas. They're just a bigger version. So actually, all that brony hentai is actually like completely anatomically correct. Also, I would like to say that I have a boyfriend and I still want an anime body pillow, but those things are like $60 fucking, and I was like, for a pillow? No.
Yes.
Anyway, so June was basically my month of job hunting, and also had a wedding. So in job hunting, this is what you do. So you have a resume and you go in and you realize that people who give you the jobs are not like the best at finding people who are good filling jobs. Most of the time, that's true. Sometimes there's like one brilliant person, but I applied for this job and it was for a cashier position. And they were like, so, have you worked a cashier position before? And I was like, no, but I went to college and I took math. I can tell you that there are different kinds of infinities, that infinities have different sizes. I can tell you how to use complex numbers instead of using trigonometry, but no, I have no cash experience, so I'm pretty sure that I cannot count how much your subtotal is. So, didn't get the job because I didn't have cashier experience. I went and applied for a retail job at this place called Paper Source, which I call gluing and cutting things on things. Basically, it's for people who want to feel creative by personalizing their own wedding decorations or personalizing your own. You can get a monogram stamp that says like, Tracy and Jordan forever, and like stamp it on your shit. And it says do one creative thing per day, so this is like your one fucking creative thing per day. And they're like, oh, we want to see samples of you being artistic. And I was like, yes, let me show you my studio art that I had pictures of, because I was thinking about maybe applying to an MFA program a while back, so I showed it to her. And she was like, this is good, but we're going to want to see more examples of you with paper crafts, like more of you cutting and gluing. And I was like, really? I took this canvas, I gessoed it, I sanded it down, I painted it with acrylic paints, I sealed it with acrylic varnish, and I used GAC 1000. And you want me to do what? You want me to cut and glue shit on shit to prove you that I'm artistic. Yes, good job. So that's job stuff. I went and had a wedding to go to, and I went with my sister, but I realized that sometimes when you go to weddings, and I've been here before, so it's not always the time, but people who are single at weddings, who show up single at weddings, you generally know why they're single, right? And I've been single at weddings, so I'm not saying like if you're dateless, but there's this guy at our table, and I see him going like this.
Jeffrey?
And I'm like, what is he doing? And then some people, they're talking, there's married couples talking to other people, and then all of a sudden he says something, he's like, well, as the old saying goes, if you've broken your arm, hide it in your sleeve.
Wait, what?
And I was like, I don't know, man, I feel like if I'd broken my arm, I would, A, go to the doctor, and B, get a cast. There's just so many steps to happen before I hide my broken arm in my sleeve. And he's like, no, well, it's like if you're getting into a fight, like don't show your weaknesses. And I was like, again, not really high on my list after I've broken my arm. I'm not gonna go up to people and just be like, hey, you wanna fight? And then there's this other guy there, and they had given us mangoes for a party gift because my friend is really into mangoes. I'm sitting there with a roll, it's a buffet. This guy comes over, he unwraps his mango, takes it out, and just comes over and takes my roll off my plate, puts it in his little wrapping thing, and wraps it up. And I'm like, hey dude, I'm trying to be nice, I'm like, hey dude, that's my roll, what are you doing? And a normal person would be like, oh, my bad, let me go get you another roll. But he just goes like, huh. And then he puts a sticker on my roll, and then he takes it away. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, oh, I'm gonna take your role. I'm gonna wrap it up. Do you want it? I'm like, stick on it. And then we got to the part where they're like, all single ladies onto the floor, and that's always just awkward because you're like, wait, I'm dating someone, but I'm just like, I don't know. So we go on the floor. It's a bouquet toss, and the song is "Call Me Maybe," and they throw the bouquet. And it's me and my sister. My sister's in college. She's like 19. Okay, so we're standing in the very back because we don't want to get married. They're like, this is not happening. And there's all these people in front. But as the bouquet is coming toward her, there's like a parting of the Red Sea. There's all these other women who have decided in the age of feminism and modernity to also not get married, like walk away. This thing is, my sister's just sitting there like not paying attention, and this bouquet is just coming straight for her. It like bounces off her arm, it hits her arm, it bounces off her arm, it falls on the ground. And then she sits there, there's like 2 seconds of awkward silence where everyone's watching her, and she's just standing there like this.
Hell no.
But then she realizes that it's gonna be really sad if like the wedding person turns around and sees like her bouquet on the floor and just like on the ground. No one's picking it up. So she picks it up, and then in my family, when we don't know what to do, we start dancing. And let me show you the different ways of how our family dances. I have another sister, she dances like this. She is single.
What?
Surprise.
Me to it.
And then I have a brother who actually just recently came out to my parents, and he's like so stereotypically gay that like they actually wouldn't be able to put his character on TV because they would think like this would be like bad because they're stereotyping. He's so gay, he loves to wear makeup to church. And he dances, he does the shimmy, and I can't even do it very well because he shimmies better than I can. He like that's how he dances.
Now is he single?
He's been on a couple of dates, actually. He went on a date with like a 19-year-old, and I was like, dude, Jonathan, you're 16. Be careful.
Oh no.
But then so it goes back to my sister. And when she dances, she does these old-fashioned 80s moves. So she like does like these running bands, like really crisp, and then she kind of like dances like that. So she picks up the bouquet and she's looking at it. Everyone's looking at her, and she just doesn't know what to do, so she starts going. And I'm cracking up, and then the bride is like coming toward her with the photographer, like not really sure. She has no idea who this person is, not really sure what to do. And then they're standing there and they're posing, and it's super awkward because the bride is like much shorter than my sister, and she's just smiling at this like crazy person. My sister's standing there with her bouquet, and I'm standing over here like cracking up. And then they're like, oh, act happy. And then my sister goes like this. And then she, after that debacle is over, she texts her friend about the whole thing, and her friend just texts back 2 sentences, and it's just, what is life? Just, what is life?